I see that question. It says, really want to have a quantum healing session, but I had a lot of trauma growing up, and I'm afraid of what might come out. Any advice? I mean, I get you. I was honestly really. I almost was like, what if I? When I had my first quantum session, I almost had that feeling of not doing it because I was like, what if I tell the truth? What if I really go there? Because we project ourselves in in our stories, and a lot of times we tell the story so different because we're afraid to even have that conversation about what really happened or what your action and what role you actually took. You're like, what if I tell on myself? And it's like, well, okay, so you tell on yourself, but what if you get the higher perspective of understanding why you experienced what you experienced, and you can see the bigger purpose of what that role played. And so I'm glad I didn't, and I was just ready to surrender and just be the tattletale of my own role in that story. And the fear of, like, what if the experience is too much for me to handle, because we block a lot of things in our life because it's a self-protection mode, and we have this fear of, like, what if I go and open Pandora's box and it's too much for me to experience, it's too much for me to handle, and it overloads my circuits. And what I can tell you is that they don't do that in sessions. Your higher self knows exactly what you need. And they are here to only see you succeed. And they are here only to see you thrive and to be your cheerleader in life and to be your tough love sometimes at life. And so they're not going to give you an experience or give you that information in your session that's going to fry your circuits. They understand exactly what you need because they're you. They're tapped into that energy there, and so they create this experience of exactly what you need. And a lot of times you can get stuff done in one session, but if you had a life where you really wanted to conquer and experience a lot of experience, like you wanted to jam pack your life, or you're like the superstar up there and you came down and you're like, I want to have all these experiences. Well, your life, unhealed can look like I am the victim, trauma. But once you get to a healed place, you're like, I am the master. You changed up the story. So they're going to provide for you exactly what you need. And sometimes it's layers. Sometimes it'll be just to release certain things, and then you come back in another session and they really go in and show you bigger picture items. So sometimes it's one session, sometimes it's multiple sessions. In a session, we can ask, do they need more sessions, or is this enough, or where we go from there? And I really trust what your higher self has to say, and I really trust the journey. And you have to also have a practitioner that you resonate with. Because if you don't feel safe and secure with a practitioner, like, you can really have that non-judgmental space and just be cared for and be guided, then you're not going to open up and have the best experience. And so it's about just finding someone that resonates with you as well.